Hello, are we all here? Are we ready? Well, then, good morning, guys. I feel like we should do an exercise before we get started. Let's go around the call and say one thing we're grateful for. Sandy, why don't you go first?
Well, I'm grateful for still being here.
Amazing. I'm grateful you're still here too. What about Lucas?
I am grateful for the amazing family I have.
That's sweet. Melanie, what about you?
I'm grateful for having a job.
You know, so many people are suffering in that regard. I'm happy you're secure. What about Bianca?
I'm grateful for morning coffee. Lord knows I need it.
Angie, you still there?
Yeah,
Do you have anything you're grateful for?
no, I don't.
Okay, that's okay. We'll come back later. Let's start with how our week was. Sandy?
Would you mind if I showed you a dance I recorded? It meant a lot to me, and honestly, it really covers how I feel.
Of course, go ahead.
Hurt. Hurt is what I call it. When all that insecure dissolves. Hurt. Hurt is just what I call it, God. Confusion. Confusion's effect. When all that happens too fast, we cannot explain or care. This illness has taken my family too fast. I woke up to my family one day, and the next I did not. It was cold air, nothing. Nothing but the dust of their memories. God. God, are you even listening? Do you even know that this virus has wiped my family away? I've lost my parents. I am left with my siblings that I must stay strong for. But I'm dying inside. I'm dying inside. I know you'll not give me nothing I can't handle, but God, everything inside just wants to give up. When will my siblings eat? I don't even know when I'll see them smile again. They're giving up on their dreams, because how can someone even dream when they're just trying to survive?
Wow, that was beautiful. Before we move on, Sandy, how does it make you feel now that you shared it with us?
Honestly, I haven't felt good for the past weeks at all. But I would be lying if sharing that didn't make me feel better.
I see, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Sharing makes you feel better. What about Melanie? What you been up to?
Okay. That it's about my son. We had a really tough conversation earlier about my job.
Really? You mind going into detail?
I mean, it happened like this.
I told you I must do this. I'm being serious, don't you understand? Listen to me. The fire nearly killed everyone in this goddamn city. I'm not letting anyone else die. Berry Creek, it's gone. Look, son. When I was waiting for the people to call us in, I was in a complete state of panic. I couldn't move. And I was only thinking about you guys. It wasn't easy. The fire was more than 60 feet high and the winds of 30 to 40. I was scared. I was really scared. We were nearly trapped on the road, the fire closing in on us. We were in evacuation mode for some time. I knew this is what I signed up for. Yeah. Leah died. I couldn't save her. I couldn't save her. The fire was so strong, there was nothing else I could have done. So I will go and I will fight for her. I want to save other people's lives and the poor animals too. You must understand, I must go with these firefighters to different states where the fire is also spreading. It's spreading quickly. I will be fine. Look, listen. God, but this blow might be the be all and the end all, but here, upon this bank and shoal of time, weep the life to come. Son, I must go with these firefighters. I'll be okay, I promise. I'm doing this for you and her, my precious family. These fires will go away one day. I'm optimistic about the future. I hope you understand. I must go. The people are calling us again. I love you, son.
That sounded rough. But you were in the right, you know that, right?
What do you mean?
I mean that you were in the right. You explained it. You didn't talk down to him. You treated him as an equal. And that's gonna make him understand more and have more empathy with you. I see the exercises are paying off.
Yeah, well, he did let me go after all, so you're right.
I'm glad he did. That's always important. I'm glad to have amazing parents in the group. It's really refreshing.
Yeah, I wished more amazing parents could be out there in the world too.
Hey, Lucas, what do you mean?
My daughter, she has these little girls she hangs out with, and they are the worst to her. And on top of that, the girls' parents would care less about their discipline.
Have you had a conversation with your daughter about it?
Yeah, actually, I did.
Oh, sweetie, why are you crying? Is it those kids again? Iha, I told you, you should be proud of where your papa is from. Did I ever tell you the story of how I got to California? Well, it started with me and your tios deciding if we should leave El Salvador or not. Obviously, we decided to leave because we did not have the life that you have right now. The things surrounding us were not good for our family, especially for Abuelita. You're lucky she's still here to make you those good pupusas. You eat them all the time. But I was only 17 when we made the decision to come here. And I still remember us packing water, food, and a blanket in our backpacks. We could not carry a lot of things because we were going to walk a lot of miles. I remember walking, and it was so hot. It was like every day we were standing right next to the sun. I remember me and your tio created a game to see how many cars we saw. We saw yellow cars, white, blue, red, black, orange, any color you can imagine. But we didn't only see cars. We also had to hop on cars at night. One time, we almost lost your Tio Nelson. He was so scared to hop on the car. We wouldn't eat that much. I remember we mostly ate rice, and we didn't have time to rest. I had to smack your Tio on the head because he was going to fall asleep in the middle of the street. It took us about 1 week and a half to get here. And guess what? When we got here, we didn't have a home. We stayed on the streets. But as we started working, we would put our money together, and we got our first apartment. You see what Papa had to go through for our family? The reason I am telling you this story is because you shouldn't listen to those kids. And you should love your culture because I am telling you, right, our music and our food is better than theirs. No legacy is so rich as honesty. Don't hide your culture. Embrace it. Promise, Papa, you're not going to listen to them anymore. I'm telling you right now, you will always have your family in your blood.
Good on you. No one should be ashamed of their heritage or culture.
That is what I told her. I know how it feels being humbled and having your culture used against you.
That is what I'm saying. Your daughter should cut those rude girls off.
Yeah, honestly, I should tell her to get new friends. You're right.
Of course. I would hate if my daughter to go through the same thing. And speaking of that, let me tell you something. Oh, I was stopped earlier this week by this police officer, and you won't believe who it was. The same police officer who took my father away. I honestly didn't know what to do, so I told him. Oh my god, I'm already late to work, and he pulled me over. Oh, yes, officer, I'm so sorry. Let me give you my. Oh, wow, it's really you. What do you mean you don't remember? I remember you were really happy that day, that's for sure. Do you remember taking someone away from me? Taking my father away for what? Just because of his accent. You have no idea what you did in my life. You have no idea what this 9-year-old girl went through. Did you even come to realize that this 9-year-old girl was never going to see her father again? Were you even listening when I was hitting the windows of my car to let him go? Look, if you really want to help, don't give me the ticket and let me go because you've already taken enough from me.
My father was right. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none.
You did good standing up for yourself, Sandy, and facing the trauma in that way.
It felt like confronting a monster in a way.
A monster you stood up to. Remember that. Let's see if we can hear from Leilani.
No, I don't want to share. Move on to the next person.
Come on, Leilani. This is the third week we do this. If you participate, I promise it will make you feel better.
No, I'd rather not share. I don't even want to be here.
All right, that's fine. Maybe next week. What about Bianca? How are you doing?
I've been okay, sweetie.
It's great to hear. Have you been taking the walks and going to the store, as I told you?
Yes, I have. Too bad last time I kind of was rude to some kids.
Ooh, worry now.
I mean, they weren't wearing their mask, and honestly, it bothered me. So I just told them.
Excuse me. Guys, can you please put on the mask and respect social distancing? Please? We are in a pandemic. It is not something new. Please take care of yourselves and others. You can cooperate just by putting on your mask and keeping your distance. At least when you are in public places. I know. We weren't used to this. But we have to get used to it and follow the rules if we want to get back to normal. I mean, how are we going to return to normality if there are people like you who do not respect, do not know what it is to lose a family member, or being in the hospital for a long time? Maybe as you are young and feel good, you do not care too much, but do it for the people who could be affected. No, wait. Guys, look. I don't want to sound like a grumpy lady, but there really are a lot of ignorant people out here who still don't grasp reality. Do you know why I tell you this? My husband. Person I have been with my whole life. With whom I had a beautiful family. Died of COVID. You cannot imagine how painful that has been for me. And how painful it was to see him die from this disease so bad. It is not for fighting that I told you this. It is only so that you take care of people who may be at risk, your family and yourself. I hope you think about it and become aware. Take care, guys.
Was I in the wrong?
No, you weren't. If it made you feel bad, then it made you feel bad. And it's rude to wear them anyway.
I agree. And listen, guys, we've all been through a lot. We're allowed to feel mad, sad. We've been through so much the past year. All of us are hurting, recovering from something, but we must always remember that our emotions are natural. And at the end of the day, I mean, we're only human after all. But yeah, if you look at the time, it's the end of our session. Today was good, guys. See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.